All right, I'm here with another video. Probably the last video for the day. Okay, so I wanted to touch on a few things. I haven't talked about this in a long while. I had videos way earlier on, like 2-3 months ago, that were on gang stuff. I put that I'm repping MLDs on my bio or channel description, whatever you want to call it. I'm not gonna go into detail, but I just talk about that stuff a little bit. MLD stands for Maniac Latin Disciple. Alright. I'll break it down a little bit just to break it down. So the Maniac is there's a lot of cliques and sets all over the states, and that's a common one that's used. Insane, crazy, maniac. Well, I mean, insane and crazy, local, that stuff is a lot. Here we got maniac, Latin disciple. Disciple is just to say that you're more than just hanging around, or you're more than there. You're more than just there for the fun of it, to have some drinks and smoke marijuana or something, you know what I mean? The Latin, if you really want to go into it, I mean, I don't know. I could throw in history there. Now, I don't know how true certain things are in history, but the conquistadors, or the men that went from Spain to conquer Latin America, which is called Latin America today, those men, there is a story, there's always a romantic, historical, interesting story, which is probably not true, but something that we accept, or something of the sort. Well, the official story is that Hernan Cortez, when he captured, I think it was Tenochtitlan, the capital city of Mexico, which was the Aztec Empire, and the capital city, and the inner city, like into the city where there was the palaces and the royalty and all that stuff. When Cortez conquered it, he declared that there would be a new race in Latin America, and that race was, as per his idea, was to be called Latino. Because, first of all, because the men that came from Spain, now we got to go a little bit back in history. So the Latin language, as per what history tells us originates, is from Rome. The Roman Empire, which was very old. I think it's before Christianity. The Roman Empire, I might be wrong, but I believe thousands of years ago, there was a Roman Empire. And the language they used was Latin. Rome is now located in Italy. So Latin is the language that they use. Now, Italy is not the only Latin country. Spain, where they speak Spanish. However, Spanish is supposed to be of Latin origin as well. Now, the conquistadors that came from Spain were from Spain, but they did consider themselves Latin. When they mixed with the people of Latin America, when they mixed with them, when Cortez mixed with, apparently he had, I don't know, but apparently he did have children children that came about after his conquering, or during his conquering. So he called that new race Latino, or Latino, or Latino, however you want to put it, Latino or whatnot. Today they call Latino. That's the story, and that's all I can tell you about it. There's a lot of Latinos in United States of America. There's a lot, okay? Latin America it's a whole continent of its own. Like South America is its own continent. And America is a giant in the world, but there's a lot of Latinos in the United States. A lot. Sometimes they call them Hispanic, but typically they call Latinos. Romania. I know this is a bit repeated, but this is like a video after many months. So Romania, if you look at the name, it's Roman, literally, with IA. Romania. Okay. Vampire folklore goes as back. History accepts an official vampire as Vlad Dracula. Vlad the Impaler, who was an actual nobility. He was a Romanian prince who was stationed in Transylvania. He actually drank blood. He's historically known for what he's famous for an event is when the Ottoman soldiers on behalf of Islam came to conquer Romania, which was a Christian or a Catholic country. When they came in, when they entered Transylvania, Vlad had basically beheaded a bunch of Ottoman generals and top soldiers and stuck their heads on pikes alongside the grass, which was on both sides of the road. And apparently that just all the Ottoman soldiers started getting sick and vomiting after they saw that. Vlad Dracula, Bram Stoker's famous Vlad Dracula that started the vampire folklore in modern day, which was supposed to be in 1897, is based on Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Dracula. He's supposed to be an actual vampire. Not supernatural, because we don't believe in that and we don't accept anything supernatural in our science or in our history. But there's many portraits of him. So this is the mark of a vampire. This doesn't mean you drink blood. This doesn't mean that you have supernatural powers. But I'll tell you, and anybody